Emily, your face looks great.
Coconut oil.
I think we all look.
I had some stuff here. I've just been no makeup for the last few days, and I put coconut oil all over my face every morning. That Vita Coco stuff.
We are
I'm
recording.
with it. Anyway, we're recording.
We're recording. Well, let's just get started, shall we?
Yes.
Welcome, everyone. Here we have our team CYLN leader a team training call this morning. It's Wednesday. And we have Kim Holman and Emily in the house. And we're going to talk a little bit. What did you say?
Kim made it.
Kim, what did I call you?
Holman.
Holman. All right, so we're going to get started. We're going to talk a little bit today about connecting. And when a lot of people think connecting and prospecting are the same thing, and they really are not the same thing at all. Prospecting is really going out with an intention to prospect, to get people into your business. Connecting is at a much more heartfelt level, and I think you have a lot more luck when you connect with people to then prospect. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and how the different ways and the right ways and the wrong ways, because the truth is there's no right way to connect with people, but there are a lot of wrong ways to connect with people. And I think that what we're going to talk about is that you don't have to necessarily be the way you think you should be. And when you go to a lot of, it's really confusing when you go to a lot of these events, you're like, oh, I should be more like her. Oh, I should be more like her. Oh, I should be more like her. And the truth is, you really need to be more like you. Really be here, be heart-centered. And when you're connecting with people, for me, I find that the more vulnerable and real and authentic I come across to them, and I am, of course, to them, the more they're going to be likely to want to know what I'm doing, who am I, what have I got to offer, and how will it affect them. And so the purpose of Kim and I doing this today was to show you that Kim and I are two very different connectors, and yet we both can build our business. There are probably over 200 and some, I don't know the exact number of millionaires in Isagenix, but there are well over 200 millionaires in Isagenix, and that means there are over 200 ways to get there. And they didn't all do it the same way. So we're here to show you that there are many different great ways to do this, and you don't have to be financially linked to be with someone and align yourself with someone in this business. So Kim and I have become very close. We are not on the same financial leg, but we like each other. We enjoy each other's company, but we do things really differently. And it doesn't mean that I can't learn from her and I don't respect and love some of the things she does in the same way, vice versa. She does really learn some things and like some things, and she'll take the pieces she likes and use them how they work for her. And I'll let her tell you all about that in a second. So we want to talk about the different ways that we're going to do this. And for me, the belly-to-belly approach is not the most comfortable for me. And a lot of people might be surprised by this, but I'm not the most extroverted person when it comes to meeting with strangers. If I know you, I'm all out. Here I am. I'm all who I am, and you know who I am pretty quick. But if I don't know you, I hold in. I'm like a little more of an introvert. So connecting with people in public and strangers is not always easy for me. So what I like to do is I'm really much better at connecting with people online. And so I do a lot of network marketing and a lot of just networking through social media, whether it's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and I really enjoy that. And I like emails. I love sending people little surprise emails. Even though emails are kind of going by the wayside and they're dying, I think it's a great tool. So, hello there. So one of the other things I want to talk about is one of the great takeaways. I was at an event over the weekend. One of the great takeaways I got from that event was that if you spend a lot of time trying to perfect what you are not good at or what you don't like doing in this business, you are going to be spinning your wheels and getting nowhere. And then you've wasted a lot of time that you could have been focusing on the things you really are good at. So when it comes to connecting and prospecting, I know I'm not good at going out and sitting at Starbucks and talking to strangers. I'm not going to go and try to learn how to do that. That would be a waste of my time. Instead, I'd much rather connect with strangers on Instagram and Facebook and send out really heartfelt comments when I see it's appropriate, or connect with them at events. And for me, that seems to work better. And so I'm going to leave you with this, that before I ship this over to Kim, that don't get frustrated by thinking you have to become the way this leader is or become the way they are. Oh, they're much better at this. I got to focus on being more of that. Be who you are and be the best version of that. Get awesome at what you are good at. Get amazing at that. And delegate the things you're not good at. If you think you need to be out there, connecting with people, then go out with those people that are good at that. So, if I want to get better at connecting belly to belly, I'm just going to hang around Kim more often. That's how I'll probably pick up some skills. But the fact is, I'm really good at connecting online. So that's where I focus my energies. And learning how to do marketing and learning how to do YouTube and learning how to do Facebook has been a lot more financially rewarding for me. So I think that's everything I wanted to say about connecting. I mean, there are ways in which I connect, and we can talk more in depth and kind of dissect that and go into deep detail on how to do those things. But I think today was just a matter of showing you that you don't have to be like everyone else. So with that, here is Kim Maiden. She's going to, Kim, now I did it wrong, didn't I? Or did I do it right that time? Here's Kim.
You did it. You did it good.
All right, Kim, take it away, girl.
So is my face supposed to appear big in the box?
Your face is big.
Okay, cool. So guys, Leslie's totally right. You don't have to be perfect at everything. I struggle. Like, if you know me, I am the most untech person you could possibly imagine. It is not my strong suit at all. Now, I still can take little bits, and I'm really, because I do believe it's something that I do want to get better at. So by all means, I literally look to all of you guys on this team, and you put these amazing posts out, and I'm like, oh, if I could just do that. And I know I can. It's also, for me, I have a lot of other things going on. So, and I know it's not my strong suit, so I do have to focus on what my strong suit is, and that is belly to belly. I can't even tell you, like, it highlights my day. I love connecting with people. It's just like, it gives me like that, like I just want to dance because it makes me feel so good, okay? So I like to say that there's these 3 basic things that I think are so important in connecting. And my first one, guys, is confidence. Like, you can do anything if you have confidence, because when you have confidence and your shoulders are back and you're talking to someone, whether they're someone you know or a stranger, they can't help but be like, gosh, like, she really knows what she's talking about, even if you don't, okay? Because I can tell you, when I first started this, I didn't know anything about anything. And I still signed up quite a ton of people because I was confident in it. I was confident in the choices that I made to do this program. So confidence is so key. Okay, enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is like my key word. I use it all the time. My dad used to say to me, guys, to be enthusiastic, you must act enthusiastic. I get all my signups predominantly because of how enthusiastic I am. Everywhere I go, I will talk about the product regardless of anything. Someone will say, what is that? I'm like, I don't know, but it's this thing called Isagenix, and I love it so much. People can't help but want to sign up with someone who is so enthusiastic about a product. They can't. They're like, well, if she feels that way, I want to feel that way. So enthusiasm is probably, for me, the #1 key thing in this business is to be enthusiastic. No one will buy anything from someone who's like, yeah, I got this great shake. It's great. It's got 24 minerals in it. Like, that doesn't that's not fun. Right? And people are looking to you because not just that the product, but they want to be part of whatever culture, community you're in because you're so enthusiastic about it. Guys, and my third one is honesty. Honesty is so key. Like, you cannot sell this product unless you're honest, and honest in your intentions, honest in everything. because people want to sign up with someone that they feel genuinely that they're in the right hands with somebody. So be honest to yourself, and throughout this business, it can happen where you get a little bit in your mind and think, oh, maybe I should try it this way or do this way. But I can tell you those are my worst points in the business, is when I try and stray too far from the usual just Kim style of how I do things. So just be honest with who you are and grow, but people will sign up with your honesty. Okay, so strangers. I love strangers. I think strangers are the best thing ever. So not like Leslie. Leslie likes personal, like, you know, people that she knows, which is wonderful. And I do have some of those, but predominantly the majority of my people I sign up are strangers. And I think it's great because there's no expectations at all. So who cares if they say no? I'm going to walk away and be like, never see that person again. You know, it doesn't matter to me. And it's all good practice. Like, everybody should go out and talk to strangers. And I always say this, I challenge you and I challenge my team. Go sit at a restaurant by yourself, have a glass of wine, or if you don't drink wine, have a glass of water or something, and figure out a way to talk to the person sitting next to you. Figure out how to incorporate them. It doesn't have to be Isagenix, but just to start a conversation. Because that's all people want, is a conversation, right? It is scary. It's scary going somewhere by yourself. Not when you have kids. I love it. I'm like, peacetime. But strangers are great. So the end of the day, when I'm just going to give you some keynotes of how to figure out how to like bring into a conversation talking to a stranger, guys. So first and foremost, I always ask people what they do for a living. All right. Why wouldn't you? When you first meet someone, you want to be intrigued by them. What do you do for a living? Now, unless they're super selfish, they're going to ask you back and say, oh, what do you do for a living? Right? So I always start off by saying, oh, I run a bar full time, but 3 years ago I got involved in this company and it's changed my life. Not only did I lose weight, but I now have a job that I'm passionate about. Now, I got to tell you, if they're not going to ask me what I'm passionate about, it's kind of weird. They're going to have to say, oh, well, what do you do? And I'll be like, oh, I do this thing called Isagenix. It's amazing, da-da-da-da. But I leave it really short because I want them to want to ask me about it more. So then when they say, oh, that sounds amazing, then I'll say, okay, well, let's set up a call. Let's talk later. Perfect. Okay. Another great way is I pick at least once a week that I am full head to toe Isagenix gear. Okay. I wear my hat, a shirt, everything I can think of. I take, an e-shot. I take an Isagenix shaker cup, and I will make sure that I somehow obnoxiously, might be obnoxious for me, but in front of people, just do something that like sparks them. So if I'm at the gym, I'll be like, oh, thank God I had this today. I wouldn't have made it through this class without this wonderful thing. I don't say what it is. So someone's like, what's in your hand? What is this thing? I'm like, oh, you don't know what an e-shot is? It's Isagenix, baby. It's an e-shot. And then they're going to ask me, tell me more about what an e-shot is. If I'm in the grocery store, I take my shaker cup and I'll be like, oh my gosh, thank God I'm cleansing today. Like, whew, would have been able to get through this. And they'll ask me, what is a cleanse? So figure out ways to drop things into everything you do, because everywhere you go, there's opportunities. I mean, everywhere. If I see someone, this is a really big one that I use, and I think this is so important because it comes from honesty levels. If I see someone that's in a restaurant or at a mall and they're working their tail feather off and I'm like, wow, dude, that's an amazing person that I would want on my team. Guess what? I'm going to give them a compliment. I'm going to go to them and I'm going to say, wow, your work ethic would totally align with the company that I am associated with. I've just given them a compliment, which I truthfully meant. So it came from an honest level. It wasn't like I was making it up, because I wouldn't say it to someone that was like slacking. So they look at it and they're like, what kind of company is this? I've actually been looking for something else. And I'll say, you know what, let's schedule a time because I would want to get more in depth with you so I can really tell you about that. I'm so excited. And when I get home, I'll message that person. I'll be like, you don't understand. I've been thinking about you all day. Like, I am so excited that I met you today. It's just something that I really feel is the right thing. People want compliments. People want to feel good about themselves. And when you can do that for someone, there's no reason why they don't want to be part of your team. Okay, so compliments. And really looking for the right people that you want. If you do see someone with good work ethic, tell them that. There's no reason. There's 1,000,001 ways you can connect, guys. I could go over and over and over because I love it. And when all else fails, you can just do an Isagenix dance and you just stand there and then people will be like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm just dancing. I just love Isagenix. I don't know. Figure something out. But, and in closing, and I'm just going to tell you a quick story yesterday because there's this amazing woman. And this is where it comes from an honesty level that at the end of the day, when you're connecting, your main goal shouldn't be figuring out how you're going to close this sale, like while you're talking to someone. I think that's what a lot of us get fixated on, is like, okay, I got to say the right things. I got to say the right things. We're not even listening to what these people are saying at all. And so listening is so key. I had a lady that came to a booth yesterday that my friend Courtney Henderson and I had. And we just got talking and we connected on so many levels. And she told me just the hardships that she was going through. And I genuinely got emotional because I was like, I want to help this lady. I want to be part of her journey, that I almost was crying because I felt like she was me. And what I had been through and the weight that I lost had changed my life. And she literally left, and I wrote it down in my phone because she said something that was so awesome. She literally said she was coming my direction to get sunflower seeds, but she left knowing that her life was going to be changed. And that is a connection that you can't have. And since then, we've been texting back and forth, and I now get that feeling of I truly can change someone's life, and I changed my own, so there's no reason I can't change someone else's. So do it for the right reasons, but I can tell you listening is so key. And that goes even for me. I had to learn this because sometimes you get ahead of yourself, and in your head you're just processing, how do I close this deal? How do I close this deal? How do I close this deal? That you're not even listening to a word the person's saying to you. And they know that. They can feel that. So genuinely listen. I'm going to say one more thing, and then I'm going to pass it over, and Leslie will finish it off. Closing is really important, guys. I think we can all talk to a million people, but closing is key, and I think it's something that I really, really am good at, and it's something I like to say that I'm good at and own it. I don't give people too much time. Like, when people have time, they overthink everything. They overanalyze everything. And so what I do is, like, if it seems like it's getting too long and we're just getting, over processing everything, I just hand them a sheet and say, I am so excited. Let's get this going. Let's start now. Like, just finish it. Like, close it up. Like, there's no reason. If they're just going, then it's not the right timing, and you're going to end up wasting your time anyways because they're not going to follow through. So just close it, make it, be confident in yourself. And that goes for your price point, everything. Be confident in everything that you do, and you're going to do great. So that's my ramble for today, folks. This has been really exciting because I don't really do too many team trainings because I get nervous. Surprisingly, I'm someone who can talk to a million strangers, but the reason that you don't see me on these calls very often is talking in front of my peers is something that I struggle with, and it's something that I'm trying to break because that isn't my strong point. But it's going to be because that's changing my mindset. So thanks for listening to me ramble. I'm going to hand you back over to the lovely Leslie, and I hope you all connect today. Just go out and talk to a stranger, and you will feel so liberated.
Thanks, Kim.
Well, speak for yourself. No, I'm just kidding. And that's exactly what we were just talking about earlier, between the difference between Kim and I is that, she said, this is what she's so good at connecting. She's so good at it, and she wants to get better at connecting with people online that she knows, because she's really good at connecting with people she doesn't know. And at the same time, don't spend too much time trying to do that, because keep doing what you know you're great at, right? So yes, it's really good to try to learn a new skill, and that is important. Learning a new skill is super important. And I also am not afraid to connect with anyone that I know, but going out and meeting a stranger today could be a challenge. No, I can do it. I don't like doing it. I can do it. It's one of those things that just like, I'll go. Yeah. Ooh.
It's stranger day.
God, stranger danger. Yeah. So
I just wanted to interject real quick and see if Brittany could share with us real quick. Sorry. Britt, are you still there? Brittany, good. Right.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, hold on.
Okay. I just want to see how she connects with people and because she's been doing big things, amazing things, and I want to see if there's, any advice on how she does it, because we got to hear how our two leaders do it. And so what do you do, Britt?
Hold on, my kid's eating dog food. Drop it. There you go. Let's go here. Honestly, I don't do a lot of in-person belly-to-belly connecting. I'm so bad at it. Partially because we don't go out a lot, Blake and I. But all the people we've gotten so far really go to like my husband because he has such a big network. You have nothing a little bit. Yeah, and some of them were just family members and friends, but it's mostly my husband. He's got a lot of people, and I'm friends with a lot of the people we've added. So he kind of, gives them all the information, and then I kind of connect with them and help get them all set up. But I'm really bad with like the in-person belly-to-belly stuff.
You can do it.
I know. I'm so bad at it. And part of it's when we're out, like, I'm just so like go, need to get stuff done that I just like don't stop and think about it.
Brittany, there are some teams in Isagenix, husband and wife teams, that have reached very high level millionaire status in the company where they do exactly what you do. The husband or the wife, one of them is the hustler and the other one is the nurturer. And that's a tag team, and I really wish I had one of those. Because if I was married to someone like Kim, we'd be a great lesbian couple. We could get married, and we'd be a great team. I need someone like Kim, and Kim needs someone like me, and that would complement. So if you and your husband are doing things that complement each other, that's great.
Listen, I'm taking my husband to his first event. He's never been in 3 years because he gets it but doesn't get it. I'm taking him to a Super Saturday on Saturday, and that's just an amazing thing. So the fact that you have that is amazing because I've been dying for it, and I'm finally like, oh my gosh, he's coming to an event. He's going to get why I'm so crazy and love it. So awesome, Brittany, that you have that connection and that you guys are doing it together.
Is Lacey still with us?
Job. But a lot of his are like work people, so it's kind of like a weird, like, he sends them to me because it's like crossing, like a lot of them are people that report to him.
That's
but
great.
I'm shy and he's more outgoing. But yeah, we're still learning and we still have our struggles, and he works full time, so he doesn't really get to do a lot of stuff. His is all, we've never like talked, that's the thing, like we don't talk to anybody on the phone. Everything is just online or texting, that people who just know us and they trust us. So yeah.
Well, and that's powerful because that kind of goes back to what Leslie was saying, network marketing and networking and social media and all of that, being authentic to the lives we lead, and even being like, hey, no one's perfect, but we're all trying to find a healthy lifestyle that works for not only us but like everyone, and trying to share that with as many people as we can.
Yeah. Brittany, have you been to an event with your husband yet?
No, we haven't. We're going to Celebration in Tennessee next year. For that. Yeah, babe. Sorry, it's almost nap time here, so. But no, we haven't been. Hi.
That'll be great. That'll be really cool for you guys to do that.
Yeah, that'll be the changer.
We were going to go to one. We're going to Arizona. We're from Arizona, so we were going to try to go to some there, but it just didn't match up with our vacations that we have out there. But yeah, we have Celebration on our calendar. So
awesome.
Well, Brittany, you're someone that I like your posts. So you're someone that I think I've even asked and tech messaged you, like, can I have one of your posts? Can I share it? And that shows you you're really good at that. So that's what you're
all credit. Some of them aren't all mine. Some I do take and kind of copy and paste, but
we all do. You got to pull from the best.
I know. It's just harder now with Blake's age. Like, I just don't have time to get on my computer as much as I want to.
Yeah.
Or my phone, and so just like in a weird phase right now for us.
Well, I think at the end of the day, we're all doing the best we can, given the time restraints and the knowledge we have, right? So just keep doing what you're doing, and when we see you at Celebration next year, you're going to be like,
yay!
That much stronger. So, all right, guys, we're out of time. I'm going to close it up. Thank you all for jumping on. And Kim, thank you for that inspiration. I'm going to go out and meet someone today, and I want you to make a meme.
Okay.
I challenge you to make
What's a meme? What's a meme?
What's a stranger. All right, guys. Have a fabulous
Bye.
day.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.